In a previous module, we introduced refactoring, and the examples in that module focused largely on writing good methods by making each method short, do one thing, have few arguments, and stick to a single level of abstraction, a set of properties that you can refer to by the acronym SOFA. Well, in this module, we'll look at 5 principles regarding the relationships among classes in your application, and those 5 principles are summarized by another acronym, SOLID. Keeping in mind that Agile is about embracing change, the goal of these principles is to minimize the design costs and complexity of future changes that might be necessary to your code. To put those principles into practice, we'll make use of a variety of design patterns. A design pattern is a particular structure for organizing functionality and responsibility at the level of classes, analogous to how Model View Controller organizes subsystem functionality at the level of a whole interactive application. You can think of design patterns as the ingredients for building code that respects the SOLID principles. Now, depending on how you count, there are dozens of design patterns. Just as with architectural patterns like Model View Controller, most design patterns arose after developers had observed that many different solutions to the same problem actually shared quite a bit of structure. That structure was then identified and codified as a design pattern. But for that very reason, it's hard to learn design patterns by just memorizing a list of them, because often you don't know that you need one until you're looking at a piece of code that just can't be modified to do what you want without becoming really ugly. Sometimes we say that going ahead with such a change anyway would be an anti-pattern. But the fact remains, it's hard to just memorize a list of solutions without having first encountered the problems that those solutions are good for. For example, the active record associations we covered in an earlier module are a great example of the proxy object pattern, in which one object that has certain behaviors stands in for a very different kind of object that has those same behaviors. In the case of associations, the association object quacks like an array, but it isn't one. Leonardo da Vinci said, "Art is never finished, only abandoned." You might say the same about software. There's always room for improvement, and in the case of Agile, improvement means making the software more amenable to continued evolution and change. There are many entire books out there just about design patterns, but we hope that the approach of this module will help you get started thinking about software not as a static, unchanging artifact that you build and abandon, but as a piece of craft that there's always more opportunity to polish.